Hi Kathy, hi Holly, hi Gabs, hi family and friends. My prayers of comfort to you all have been continuous, and so shall they remain. Today we must celebrate with great joy and appreciation the life of an exceptional man that we all love so dearly, our Duddles. There are a squillion ways to do this, but today I shall do this, the Selborne war cry. Dudley, we'll be friends forever, until we meet again in heaven. Love to you all, from Stuart Dix. Skibalo! Wah! Yabon, Selborne! Ibabulbulala! Sia Kaba! Sia Mosha! Sia Posa! Nan Soki Selborne! Tiba! Vomane! Sia Voma! Vomane! Sia Voma! Vomane! Sia Voma! Utinina! Selborne! The Dodds's place, the Woodley crew, the place to be when not at school. Bomb drops and sarmies round the swimming pool. A quick cigarette round the pool pump shack. Hurry up before the folks get back. So many friends in and out, and not once did you hear the parents shout. Home movie, hey, that sounds groovy. Let's get it on and pass around the hat. Oh, the projector's bulb is blown. How about that? So many friends, all good times. Listening to music with quirky little rhymes. Memories made, the time is gone. Sitting here quietly in the afternoon, thinking about Dale, taken too soon. Then it came to me, our lives are planned. We will all in time be taken by God's loving hand.
Hi Kathy, hi Holly, and hi Gabby. We're really so shocked to hear about Dale. I mean, really, we couldn't have expected anything so shocking suddenly when we just saw him last March, wasn't it, Bev?
It was March, yeah.
In
we saw
March.
it in March.
And I know our last trip there was a little bit of a chaos with all the rain, but it was always good catching up to you with you two again and seeing you and catching up about the family. And I know on our trips to Cape Town, we're going to miss seeing him, catching up about the what's been going on in his life and the building, and catching up with you on all your things that you're doing with the cooking and swimming and etc. etc. And at the end of the day, we just remember with a lot of fondness and with a lot of love all the nice braais we had, the big fires he used to build so he could have a few more drinks while the meat was braaiing and things like that, and maybe escape and get a quick cigarette, which I'm sure you knew about, Kath. And then also years ago when at the Islander, where we used to stop off there and just have a lovely meal of, what was that thing called, Bev?
I don't know.
That soup thing.
Chowder.
No, not a chowder, but it was like a French seafood soup, a bolognese, which I'm sure you'll know about that, Kath. And then we used to laugh about, I think, every room in your wooden house we slept in. We slept in the kitchen, on the floor, on mattresses. We slept in, I think, once or twice you kicked Holly and Gabby out of their room, and all four of us with the kids, we slept in there. Then when you built another room, we slept into that, and I think we even slept in your bedroom. But we always remember with love all the hospitality,
Yeah.
seeing all your friends and meeting a whole lot of new people. So we're looking forward to seeing you. I know it's a sad occasion, but at the end of the day, we're just glad we're able to come down there and say hi and give our sympathy to all of you. So we send you our deepest sympathy, and we're sorry for your loss, and look forward to chatting on Saturday. Okay.
Lots of love to all of you.
Lots of love to all.
Cheers, cheers.
Bye now. Bye.
Dear Kathy, Holly and Gabby, I was shocked and very sad to hear of Dale's sudden passing. Although we've not had much contact for a long time, Dale was a big part of my life many years back, and I've always had a very special place in my heart for him and your family. I remember with a smile the years Dale, Kathy and I worked together at the Islander and the times we enjoyed together. Dale, you will be in my heart forever.
20-30 seconds for a lifetime of memories. You can't fit it in. You need 20 to 30 minutes. Mike and Pete, thanks for representing us from East London. But all I can say is those memories from Sabay right through school to after school. You get cucked out if you don't stop in Plet and say hello. Those memories are forever. Kathy, girls, love you lots. Ciao.
Dudley Smith. Duddles to me. We're going to miss you, my friend. From the fun times we had at Galway Road to watching a good rugby game until a broken collarbone or two ended your rugby days. Living in the flat in Kenilworth with you and Kathy and the shenanigans we got up to. Kathy will well remember them. Buying my first car from you, which you named Fred. Spending time with you in the small cottage at the bottom of the Plet farm, which had no bathroom door. Being your best man when you married Kathy. The fun times that Gain and I spent with you and the family on the small holding. The long discussion that we had over single or double toilet paper with your family. Sitting at the dining room table late one night after a braai. We will miss your famous sayings, Jeez, and you big girl's blouse, and you calling me Jake. Watching rugby games at the Scum Pub. You were a good man, husband and father, and friend to us. Our sincere condolences to Kathy, Holly, Gabby and their families. Rest in peace, my friend.
To my old mate Dale, taken too young and too soon. I'll always remember your gentle soul, your ever-present sense of humour, and your great love of family and friends. You'll be missed. Rest in peace, mate. Bruce Cooper, Sydney, Australia.
Duds from Boxorrel, what a lifespan of memories. From ages 5 and 6, Dale and Stewie Dix and I sitting on the green carpet in Miss Clark's Sabay classroom, swapping out our tomato sauce samis and peanut butter samis that had been wrapped in wax wrap. And then, I think in Standard 4, Dale getting jacked on the thigh by old Frickie Dreyer for, I think, locking him out the classroom or something similar, and getting jacked by old Reese with his purple people eater for failing his history tests. And around Standard 7 or 8, I think, and if I recall, Dale with Mike Preston and Tony Buchalter and Sax Stanley and myself stealing and racing old Jack's Peugeot 2 and 4 up and down Jarvis Road. And I remember the odd lunch that Dale spotted in Jarvis Road and the old man Duds, the skid marks. And through the college years, the odd lunch with Dale and the Mac boys at Mrs. Mac's place at 4 Hague Road. I remember Dale giving Gosh Webster such a hard time down at the rowing club, and the parties at Mom and Pop's Dodds's place in Galway Road. And thereafter, the hearty welcome and hospitality he showed us when we'd pass the islander on the N2 and he'd dish up his famous cured gravet fish. And old Dale had a grin so wide that you'd think it would crack his face. It was a lifelong friendship that didn't have to rely on frequency to keep it alive and well. He was a solid example of a man, and Kath family, the memories of Duds will be with you and us forever. Bless you all. Rest in peace, Duds. Lots of love. Book Sorrel.
My Uncle Dale. Such fond memories. Where do I even begin? I will cherish all the special holidays we spent together on the farm. I will forever remember the love and laughter shared between you and Mom, you with the brandy and Coke in hand, and Mom with a glass of wine, dancing by the fireplace. I will forever remember our special Christmases we shared together as a family. I will remember the yummy food from the islander, your yummy braais that used to take forever, and I will remember the times that you and Dad would grace us with your presence on the beach. But overall, I'll remember the love and the care that you showed everybody around you. Uncle Dale, I will love and miss you forever.
As we continue our lives. May we ask you, Lord Jesus, for a breakthrough and victories and love and compassion for one another. You told us while you were here on earth to take my yoke upon you and learn from me. For I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. We need rest for our souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. And I'd like now to speak a blessing over all of us. It's the Abrahamic blessing, the priestly blessing. Speak it over all of you. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. We ask the Lord's peace over us now, and especially over the family. I ask, Lord, that you would just take care of them and lead them, as I've just spoken, into the future. And I can remember once driving down Constantia Hill and saying, Lord, won't you please take my hand as I put my hand in yours? And so I pray, Kathy and the girls and the rest of the family, put your hand in the Lord's hand, and he will lead you on, and he will comfort you. I pray comfort and blessing over the family. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Okay. Right. Hi everybody, my name's Russell. I'm from that sleepy little village called East London. I've just got a few words to say about Dale. I'm like a honorary member of the Smith family and lived with them for about 8 or 9 years. So it's a few pages, but the print is very big, so I didn't have to wear my glasses. I first met Dale in 1960 when we were neighbours of the Smith family, and he was about 2 years old and running around only in nappy, with two dogs always around and shadowing him. I think one was called Patch, am I right, Helen? Yes. Yeah. He was a bow-legged little baby with lots of long curly blonde hair. And Talita, his mother, always said he was the most beautiful baby boy in the world. Sorry, Michael, you lost out on that one. In 1962, my parents moved to Cape Town, and I hopped over the fence and boarded with the Smith family for about 10 years. So Dale became my little brother, and I inherited a new family with Mike, Leslie, and Helen as well. Mike and I shared a room, and Dale was always around a lot, asking lots of questions about everything. A real pain in the butt, but as a young brother, that would be expected of him. When Mike went to army and later went to work in George, Dale moved into the room, and we had many happy moments together, lots of big brother, young brother chats. And as he grew up and played age group rugby, Dudley, his dad, and I would go to the Selborne rugby fields to support him, patrol the touchline, and shouting, "Come on, Dale," much to the amusement of the other Selborne parents. Eventually I moved out of the Smith family, married Bev, my wife over there, 48 years ago, and lost a lot of close contact with the wonderful Smith family. I still made occasional visits to keep up with Dale and catch up with family matters, especially on Friday nights when Talita made her fried fish dinners followed by her famous cheesecake. And she always had lots of hangers on there as well. I'm sure that his school friends Mike Preston, Peter North, and the McWilliams can keep you amused and informed about Dale's school life and later years' activities. Occasionally I would watch him play an excellent game for the Selborne first team and always have a good chat afterwards. We connected with Dale and Kathy again when they were part of the Islander family, when we were visiting Bev's cousins in Plett as a stopover on our regular trips to Cape Town. Sometimes just to pop in for an hour or so to say hi, have a chat about East London times, and have a cup of coffee and break our trip. Then Dale suggested next time to come and stay overnight in the wooden house next to the Islander. I called it a wooden house anyway. And so it started and carried on for many years. We never knew where we would sleep. In many bedrooms as Dale extended the house, also on the kitchen floor on mattresses, and in the lounge as well. It didn't matter if there were other visitors, which there often were. Dale and Kathy always made a plan, and the house made a plan to fit us in, and were always so hospitable, despite the house being as busy as a railway station. Then there were his famous brides, with a huge fire taking a few hours to burn down to cook the meat, but time for a few more brandies and beers, and a sneaky cigarette, which he thought Kathy didn't know about, and lots of catching up and lots of laughs. We were also surrounded by many dogs, Great Danes, Boer Bulls, and a host of other small white curly dog varieties, and a very special bulldog called Boris. On the 8th of March this year, during our last trip, we stayed with Dale and Kathy on the Protea farm, and of course had a braai, despite freezing cold weather, and we had a good catch up about activities of both our extended family and friends. Dale was so excited and enthusiastic about his grandsons, Connor and Grayson, and so proud to be a grandfather. And I think you've seen that in a lot of photographs around here. And he was also very, very proud of his family, and his family of Kathy, Gabby and Holly always came first. We had planned to spend a day and another night with them, but the cold, stormy weather arrived, and we left during the day when Dale was at work, and unfortunately didn't have time to say a proper goodbye. Life is so fickle, and fortunately we never know when it is our time to go. Rest in peace, Dale Dudley Smith. You left us far too soon, and thanks very much to Kathy and family for many years of love, friendship, hospitality. And Dale, just be careful when you light those massive braai fires in heaven. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. You see where the coals are? name. I'm Peter. I'm here with my lovely wife, Petal. And we've known Dale and Kathy for 40 plus years. And I know quite a few of you probably longer. But I'm going to start with a message written by Tony. Okay. And it goes like this.
Who's Tony? Who?
Tony.
Tony Martin. Oh, Tony here. Lovely.
There we go. All right. So, oh no, here she comes again. I thought you had just went back. That or something similar would be how you would greet me right now. Tony to Dale.
Dale.
Your next sentence would have been, come give me a hug.
Yes.
No one teased me more over the last 30 years. When I was younger, I found it intolerable and got very frustrated. But as I grew older, I learned to give it as hard as I got it. I even had you speechless a few times, Dale. And that was our love language. Don't worry, I know Gabby will continue the tradition. She has started over the last few years. Dale, Dudley's old fart, you were always dad number 2, and in the last year you became dad number 1.
Lovely.
There were a few things I learned from you. Firstly, sports people can hear you shout through a TV. That an Isuzu Bucky can't ramp a large pile of sand. How to properly say the words beautiful and ront, not ran. What a skull pikey is and how to eat it, and many others. Thanks for the memories, love, and being my second father. 3 cheers for the 3 musketeers, your third daughter, Tony.
Wonderful. Lovely. Cheers.
Well done, Tony. Okay, so now this is from my 2 sons, Alistair and Vincent, who can't be with us today. And this is how their sort of experience of the early days of coming to Plet. Driving through to Plet all those years, front to back we fidget, drawing near. Kids screaming, a wild craze, the wood stacked and fire ablaze. Glasses full of ice clinking, my word, would they be drinking. Brandy's downed, burnt midnight oil, tomorrow mornings full of toil. Days at the beach were often spent, youth and parents up when tense. Exploring on bikes, navigating the farm, no problem too big or cause for alarm. Like Boris the bulldog, a snoring machine, so often the ear on which we could lean. Your value to earth was to know too few. What a life force we think, sitting on this pew. For friends and fam, you fought tooth and nail, and for that we will always hail you, King Dale. So now, oh, there we go. So now I've already put together a piece of paper. Okay, so I suppose a friendship of 40 years plus is pretty special. I'm sure you'd all agree. And the renewal of this friendship happened about 40 years ago on the plateau at Lookout, where a little silver platter full of tequila, lemon and salt was consumed. Kathy, you might remember that, or possibly not. When we first came to Plet, Petal and I stayed at the Lookout Caravan Park, where we spent quite a few years on our mostly summer vacations at that stage. I don't think I was brave enough to go to spend time there in winter. And then we kind of moved up to the little cottage in the corner of the farm, right in the hook, where the donkey burner, I think, and the toilet without a door, which was quite kind of novel at the time.
And the radio.
And the
And the sheriff doors.
Yeah, the sheriff doors, there we go. And Dale and Kathy used to cook on a ploughshare as a skottel right outside the door, and I can remember sort of, and we used to make incredible food. I mean, probably, I don't know, probably calamari, and then on the fine exit there used to be a bit of fish, which are just always fantastic. Dale was an amazing and generous host, and he taught me a hell of a lot about fish, how to fillet it, and how to prepare calamari, and obviously how to cook it, whether it was on a braai or doing it on a weber or whatever the case is. And yeah, we ate very nicely. Sure. The move across from the cottage into the house and the home next to the Islander, with all its many additions and renovations, became a home away from home to many of us, and I'm sure a lot of you as well. It was a fantastic place, and with the incredible generosity and hospitality, it was super special. And we, I mean, what I remember about Dale in coming to Plet was certainly quite a few visits to the Scum Pub. Just in case you don't know where that is, it's somewhere that's home. And to things like, Pete mentioned early on, was the Crown and Anchor, and many others. Always good times had, and of course those dart evenings when visiting, with the Three Musketeers, or I think there might have been four, I don't know, but the Musketeers was an incredible experience. They were all very special people, and yeah, I mean that era has kind of come to an end now, and yeah, so always fantastic. Of course, the story wouldn't be kind of complete without the braais, and as we all know, you have to add another wood onto that braai, because it's just the way it was. One thing when Petal and I were talking about it earlier on today is that about 3 days before we were due to leave and go back to Cape Town, Dale used to start working on us. Don't you want to stay another extra day, just maybe? And used to use that fantastic phrase of his, I've got feelings. And we felt actually seriously guilty. It was always terribly difficult, and I've got feelings. Guilty. But at the end of the day, when you talk about Dale, you kind of cannot fail to mention Kathy in the same sentence. And Kathy, you were his absolute rock. No, that's nice. Okay, and you were, we'll all be eternally grateful for your kind of combined hospitality and absolute love and generosity to family, friends, and I mean there's so many of them, there are just too many to count. And Dale shit will miss you, but it's as I'm sure many of you will do. And I'm only sorry I didn't get to see you guys, see him sooner, and all of you. There we go. Thank you.
Get set. Go! Oh, you're a beaut. You know that.
You know me, I'm Mandy. I'm Helen's daughter.
Compost.
Dale's sister. Unfortunately, my sister Michelle and my dear father Colin couldn't make it due to his health, so he has written something that I'm just going to read for him. Dale Dudley Smith. Dale to me was not only a brother-in-law, but a very good friend too. We hit it off from the moment we met 40 odd years ago. As a family, we spent the last 35 years coming down to Plet for our December holiday. And the main reason was to spend Christmas with Dale, Kathy, and the girls. Dale and I had the same interests in life. We used to sit for hours watching sport on TV while Holly patiently waited for her turn to watch her movies. We also enjoyed a few beers together at the pub chosen for the day, and then later at the Scum or Sportsman's. We were, however, very fortunate to have wives that understood us, as on many occasions there were stories to be told when we left the farm only to come home hours later and a little under the weather. One story will forever remain in my mind. It was Christmas Day and we went for our annual drink with Dale's good friend, the late John Dreyer. These were the days when our girls were still young. After having a few beers with John, we were very thirsty and were looking to have some further Christmas cheer with whoever was at home. We were due home for our Christmas lunch, but never made it.
Oh yeah, I was just thinking the same thing, big.
When we eventually arrived home, the house was empty. Dale then decided to ask the waiters staying on the property to join us for Christmas lunch. The waiters managed to finish off the Christmas turkey, and when Kathy, Helen, and the girls returned home, they were furious to see that there was nothing left of the turkey.
Just as well, I don't remember this.
And Dale had left me alone to bear the grunt and the brunt while he passed out and slept peacefully. I will also miss the banter we had during rugby season, as he was unfortunately an avid Stormers supporter and I'm an avid Lions supporter. And when the Lions beat the Stormers, there was nothing worse for Dale. I wouldn't hear from him for a month. A great man with a distinct laugh and gentle heart. Dale, Helen, Michelle, Mandy, and myself will always treasure the beautiful times we spent together, and will miss you the most when December holiday is here. Rest in peace. We miss you already.
Baloo, you're
my baby.
Bebop-baloo. You drive me
My lady.
crazy. Bebop-baloo, you're my baby now.
Let's sing together.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. Okay. Bebop-baloo, you're my baby. Bebop-baloo, you drive me.
Baby.
Bebop-baloo, you're my baby now. That's my boy.
Right, so
Keep it.
Come on.
Good, do it all.
there were so many wonderful things to all of us. On the outside, he seemed like a big rough. You know, a bit rough underneath, but under it all, he was a big cuddly bear. Loved his girls, Tony included, and his Teddy, and his family's friends with all his heart. He was a braai master. He was always a chatterbox, always had something to say, always had to give his own opinion. Always had funny names for everyone. Compost.
Compost.
And funny stories to tell. Who's Auntie doing the milk?
Yeah.
He loved spending time with his family and friends. Around the bride was his favorite thing to do. We're gonna miss him and all his funny sayings and expressions, like "Hey, but you old farts." Yes, dear. When I was your age, and you have to realize I've got feelings, hey? And Tiger, my Teddy, who's kind of Bebop-baloo. You're a beaut, or half a beaut.
That's me.
And of course, the best of all, beautiful.
Oh.
Who wants to say it?
Yeah.
And many, many more. We're gonna miss you so much. We love you, Dad.
Shame. Can I stand with you?
Lots of jelly tots, Arsenal Pole.
Hi, Sky.
Hi, Sky, and the whole wide world.
Take a drink, Cole.
To Dad. A legend.
People.